My guest is an experienced English teacher, teacher trainer, and educational leader with over 2 decades of experience. She's worked in a wide range of roles, from classroom teaching and syllabus design to supervising and training teachers, and she is currently teaching at Volkshochschule Munich in Germany. Today, we're talking about her journey in English teaching, teacher development, and the lessons she has learned along the way. Hi, mate.
Hello to you.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
Still alive. Okay. So, Nahid, you have been involved in English teaching and teacher training for quite a long time. How did your journey start?
Well, I was, I think I was 11 or 12. Did my father send me to English Institute for to learn English, and in Iran, uh, it was I don't know, a kind of a culture or something that they send students to summer English classes. So yeah, I started with a grammar lesson, and I found it so boring. I didn't like just to learn grammars, and it was all in my mother tongue, and this very old method of teaching grammar, this translation method belongs to many years ago. So anyway, and little by little, I think that, oh my God, I like it. I was so lucky because I had so many good teachers. I loved my teachers, and I really appreciate them. So then, after studying, I was 15 years old that I got my first certificate. That was FCE. And for me, as a 15-year-old girl in Iran, um, to participate such a kind of exam for the first time, and I got pass. It was B, pass B. It was not A, but I really liked that. I said, "Oh my God, that was my first international certificate," and it helped me to go and never stop. And yeah, that was
You
the
said
starting
you
point.
repeated something twice for a girl in Iran that age. Was it something strange that you have a certificate in Iran for a girl?
No,
Because you repeated it
because
twice.
um, um, well, on that time that I was 11, 12 years old. Old families didn't let girls, especially from the middle class, didn't let girls to attend to some of these classes, like sport classes or English classes. But my father was a kind of a man who always wanted girls to have a good education. I owe him. Yeah, I owe him my life, my professional life. And he said that you need to learn, you need to study, and by learning another language, you can have a better opportunity to find a good job.
I see.
Yeah.
You moved from teacher to department supervisor and
Hmm.
then teacher training.
Hmm.
Which of these roles do you think has affected you the most, and why?
Teacher trainer. Being a teacher trainer was a big change in my whole professional life. I was somebody else, but after I attended to Delta course in Izmir, and then I came back and I started to become a TESOL teacher trainer. Um, I I don't know, but it happened automatically. I don't know what happened to me, but it was just like I put off my glasses away and I could see something else. You know, I could see first human rather than teachers or students or learners, and that helped me. And I like this role. You know, that you could. When you're a teacher trainer, you can form teachers, you can form people, and you can show them the path, and how to see the path and how to keep going on that. So I like that role. Yeah, that was my favorite. I miss that. I
Okay.
miss that.
So you have trained teachers for many years. So now, and of course, you know that there are a lot of teachers. The question is, what makes a good teacher and what makes an effective teacher? A teacher who can teach, okay, we can teach the grammar, the vocabulary, everything, and a teacher who can really see the result uh, out of the students. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
what's the difference?
question.
What
Yeah.
makes this and that?
Yeah, one of the chapters in TESOL, we had this topic. What is the difference between a good teacher and an effective teacher? And what defines these differences? A good teacher is a person who explains well, in my opinion. Always kind, always provider, and but on the other hand, an effective teacher, which my main focus is on this part, is to teach learners strategies. It's just not like feed them, but how to catch a fish. This is important.
What do you mean by teaching strategies?
For example, good teacher goes to the class and uh, he or she is going to teach a text reading skill like by reading for gist. Okay. So right, well, you read the text and then you decide which summaries is fit the text. In well, okay, I mean, set the time and well, in 5 or 6 minutes, the task is completely done. Everybody's happy, both sides, the teacher and the students. Oh, we did it. The teacher said, okay, they did it. Finish. But an effective teacher, uh, after giving perfect structures to the learners, then raise the awareness through the strategies. For example, did you have to know all the meanings of the vocabulary? Learner says, no. Okay. Did you have some difficulties through reading, the sentences grammatically? Yes. But did you think that you need to know everything about the text? No. And so, how did you get it? Just finding some clues, some keywords, just to read like a newspaper by giving them a good structure at first before the task. So you raise this awareness in learners that this is the strategy. You don't need to know all the words. You don't need to know all the grammars. You don't need to understand everything one by one. It's a hindrance for your learning. It's a hindrance for doing a task, and you're not happy with yourself. You're not satisfied with yourself. So said, okay, so this is a strategy that we call it reading for gist, reading for a main idea to this kind of a task. And you teach them how to apply these techniques just out of the classroom. When they walk out of the classroom, when they see something, they don't need to, oh, this text is so difficult for me. I don't know all the words. No, don't scare. Just go read it and just see what you get it out of that. That is difference between a good teacher and an effective teacher.
When you design a course or some kind of training for teachers or for trainers, what's your number one priority?
Well, I I would say that I don't know, it's fortunately or unfortunately, but we have for these TESOL courses or CELTA courses, we have assigned syllable. So the curriculum is already has been set for the center. So we have to go through this curriculum. We don't have that much freedom to change the topics or to change the lessons or to change the, I don't know, the, what is it, the session topic, it's all set, it's all fixed. And we need to go through that. But how, that is another thing.
Okay, of course, something you have learned through many years.
Yeah,
throughout
no,
many
we
years
have
of-
this curriculum. For example, for TESOL, we have, okay, the first week, we need to cover these items in 2 days, for example. Most of the time, we had these teacher training courses on at weekends, which 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 are Thursday and Fridays in Iran, and we had all the input sessions on Thursdays and Fridays for 4 weeks, very intensive, and we had to cover all those curriculums, all those chapters one by one, and they were fixed. Um, and we didn't have any flexibility to change or to put something else instead of that, because we have to be this kind of serious and respect the curriculum that we have been assigned by that by the organization that we were working for. Yeah.
Okay, so you have been throughout trainings and things for many years, and since you have Celta and Delta, so of course you know that during these courses we have to follow some, let's say, strict criteria, like follow do this and this and that, and this and that
In Celta.
in Celta. But you know that after that, when we are in real life, there are some things which we have to change to satisfy, uh, let's say, not customer, let's say clients, since that's the term used today. So I'd like to ask, how has your, I don't like the word philosophy, let's say the attitude or your vision of teaching, how has it changed throughout these years?
Um, Back in Tehran or here?
Let's say the whole experience.
The whole experience, I cannot say about the whole experience because it's really different, Teaching in Iran and teaching in Germany is quite two different
We will
things.
get to that. Okay,
so,
we'll get. So let's
yeah.
say in Germany, since now we are in Germany.
What I have learned and what I try to teach to the teachers is put the learner's need first. This is important. Needing analysis helps teacher how to design a course, how to go through from the beginning to the end. Because this is a philosophy of teaching. It's not just like you go and you teach whatever you want or whatever you like or whatever you think they need. No, it's not you. It's your job to satisfy the learner's need. This is the philosophy of teaching.
And if we compare it to Iran, what are the
In Iran,
differences?
in teaching Germany and teaching in
Yeah.
Iran.
Yeah.
Teaching in Iran is quite different from teaching in Germany. In Iran, we have a very special situation, and we have got different kinds of needs. Most of learners are seeking to get acceptance from the universities abroad, America, Canada, England, or other countries. So most of the classes were exam-based classes, especially for IELTS and TOEFL IBT. We had TOEFL IBT in Iran. And other groups, they were looking to get IELTS General for immigration, or to get acceptance, I mean, to get a visa to go to England, to UK, so they had to sit for the ESOL exams. So a huge group of learners, they were looking for exam-based courses. Just, I would say, a minimum of learners, they just wanted to have fun or to learn a new language or to, I don't know, fulfill their free time. In Iran, people need to learn English to have a better and brighter future. So this reason makes learners to be more disciplined, more motivated, and hard worker. So that was quite different. But in Germany, I've been teaching Volkshochschule, emotional Volkshochschule, and I have some private students. Uh, Most of them, I would say, yeah, most of them are looking to, I don't know, to do something useful in their free time and to be able to speak English better while they're traveling, as German people are famous being very good travelers. It's just, it's not a necessity, it's not must. It's just, that would be better. So see the difference of, so that reflect the teachings, okay? There, you think that, oh my God, you're responsible for a group of people, for their future. Why don't get a good grade in IELTS exam and they can get the acceptance of the university? They need to wait for another year, or they have to pay a huge money. So you feel really responsible for this matter. Well, being responsible for a teacher is the first thing, to have this commitment to students, to the learners, and but when the exam comes, the word exam comes, it's something else. You have got something heavier on your shoulders.
Okay, since you talked about Germany, since we are in Germany, and of course you are into the system as teachers. You know that 90%, unless you are working for primary school, we are freelancers, and in our field, you know, if both are freelancers, like my wife and I, specifically also, most teachers, they have a working partner who works full time, and on the other side, they don't work as much as they can offer, just to avoid complications like the taxes and all of this stuff. Do you think that these conditions kill the potential of good teachers or people who have the potential to be good teachers in the future if given the chance? So imagine we don't have these complications. Teachers can improve, can work more, can give more, but for these reasons, they are just kept in a jar without being allowed to jump higher than.
Jump higher, you mean to work more to earn more, yeah?
No, jump higher is to really be an effective teacher, to improve, to work on improving yourself, improving your skills as a teacher. So I say, okay, why do I have to uh, have Celta or have Delta if everything I get, okay, will go to taxes or health insurance? I better find a full time job and something which I don't like, but at least his full-time job.
9 to 5.
Yeah, for example. While this person, maybe inside, is a good teacher, just needs to be found or discovered. And that's what we hear in Germany every day. They want teachers, they want teachers, they want new
But they
teachers, new
don't let
teachers.
but they
Yeah.
don't let us to be in a system, in an official system.
They don't let us. That's one thing, which is also a big problem. And on the other side, it's like, to bury the baby when it's still inside the mother. So that's my point. Do you think that it really kills potential for good teachers, or?
Well, this topic is not a small topic. I mean,
I know.
We need a whole
I know.
session to discuss
We had the whole
about
weekend, by
this
the way.
topic.
But there'll be big space for my hard drive.
So it's really
In brief.
topic. Yeah. Well, I do my best. I don't know, to say something. To wrap it up, actually.
Well, first, do you agree with me? At
Um,
least somehow.
Yes and no.
Tell me about
At
the
some
no
point.
first.
The system. The system. I don't know. I'm a teacher. As you are. Okay, and we have been teaching. I mean, for so many years now. I have this problem with the system. And I always argue with my husband. I'm not. I say, I like to work more. I like to be in the community. I like to do this. I like to do that. First of all, I was thinking about getting a job in gymnasium in here. But I didn't do lots of researchers. I asked some people, and I did some researching things. But I found out that you need to be in a part of a system. I mean, to having a kind of a course like Lehramt course, something like this. And for example, if you live in Munich, in Bavaria, teaching in Bavaria is different from other states. Teaching there is different from the other part.
As if it's a different continent, not different.
Yeah, it's something different. So. And on the other side, my husband is a full-time. He's in charge of the budget, the tax paying, and etc. And he told me that I have taken this Steuerstufe, which is the good one. So you don't need to work because. As
You are the head of the family.
Yeah, he's the head of the family. Okay, so he said that if you work a lot and if you earn, you need to pay more money to the system.
The same we had.
So first he had this consultation session with this Steuer advisor or something, and we received false and wrong information. So for 2 years, I was taking some classes. I was so happy. I was under the coverage of my husband's insurance, so I didn't have to pay for the insurance things. And because I tried to keep the law of that limit, they told us, okay, you need to earn lower than this, and that would be everything is fine. And when my husband sent this Steuer things, I mean, a Steuer declaration or something.
Yeah, declaration of income.
For 2003, and we found out, oh my God, no, the whole information was wrong because the contract was written a freelancer teacher. If you work as a freelancer teacher, whatever you make, you have to pay for the insurance and you have to pay for the tax. So imagine that I earn, for example, 500 euro per month. I have to pay 240 or 260 for the.
Well, anyway, it's about the taxes, but it's about the teachers.
So when it says, my husband, okay, please just keep your teaching hours, I mean, less. So, okay. But I'm this energetic teacher. I like to work. I like to go to classes. I like to do this. I like to go to gymnasium. I have this potential. I have this energy.
So you agree with what I said?
Yeah, yeah. I have this energy. I like to get up early in the morning, go to school. But they don't let me to do so. They said, okay, if you want to do so, you need to spend, I don't know, 1 year to minimum 1 year to these some courses that I have already passed them. Is there something new? Okay, I can grab it up in 1 month, 2 months. I can be a teacher assistant to learn and then go to the system and help the country that I'm living now. Why don't you let me? And you're just talking about your shortened staff.
Exactly. And maybe that's why some people might feel, why do I have to, for example, improve myself in teaching? Why do I have to become a better teacher if at the end, people say they feel demotivated?
I love my job. My job is my passion. My job is my everything, my identity, my love, my everything. Really, my whole life. Since beginning, really, I've been a teacher for about 30 years now. 30 years, yes, that's a long, long time. My whole life, yeah.
Half my experience. No, my experience is half yours.
Yeah.
Like 15 years.
So, and this is who I am. Okay. It doesn't matter for me which classes I go or where I teach or whom I teach. I like it. I do my best. I prepare. I'm fully prepared. I come with different techniques, different things. Right now, I thought that I'm a little bit left behind of the technology. I'm not up to date anymore. I'm not happy with myself. So I registered for this Erasmus program. So I'm going to Dublin to learn this integrating AI with teaching, how to design lessons, how to do this, how to do that. I will say that's how it works in future. But I'm always motivated to go to classes because
what motivates you with all of these
I'm a people person. I'm a people person. I like to be among people. I'm sociable. I like to be in a class with a group of people to exchange ideas, to help them to get what they need and what they want and what they are seeking for. Maybe I could change a life. Maybe I could change a theory. Maybe I could change an idea. That is enough for me.
What's the thing which you...
And money for sure. Well, I need money.
Of course.
So everybody needs money.
What's the most thing you are proud of? I'm talking about the teaching, like teaching achievement. You are most proud of. Something you have achieved in teaching. Exactly.
In teaching?
Yes. Precisely teaching.
I would say the role of being teacher trainer. Right now, many teacher trainees that they were in my courses are teaching in all around the world in very good schools and institutes.
Not in Germany.
No, I don't have anyone in Germany. They're in Canada, they're in Indonesia, they're in Dubai, Turkey. Oh my God, Turkey. They're working there. They're perfect. In South Korea, Vietnam.
So you think that you planted and now you're enjoying the fruit.
Yeah.
But never not you're not eating.
No,
You're not eating. Okay.
And creating job opportunities for young people. You know, back in Tehran, that I was working in English department in Tehran Institute of Technology. I was in charge of some schools. Some schools, some private schools. They wanted to have English classes, to have this English project and to make students speak English better. It was a kind of a prestige for some expensive and private schools in Tehran. So I was in charge of some of them, about, I would say, 11 to 12 schools, educational complex, most of them, from the kindergarten to high school. So boys, girls, different schools. So imagine that we have kindergarten, elementary school, high school. So boys, girls, 6 or 7 in one complex. So I needed a lot of teachers, motivated teachers. So I remember once there was a young girl who was introduced to me, that she was 18 years old on that time, and she didn't want to go to university to have an academic studies, and she said, "Well, I don't have the opportunity or possibility to go to university." I didn't ask why, and I helped her, to be an English teacher. She was English learner before, so she knew how to speak English. Well, of course, she needed to improve her general English at first, but and it's been about, I don't know, I would say 6 years or 7 years now, and right now she's one of the most successful teachers in different schools in Tehran, and I'm that is enough for me.
So that's your problem.
That is enough for me.
Have you ever felt burnt out?
Yeah.
How would you deal with it?
um, Shut down my phone for one day because I had a lot of responsibilities. It was impossible for me to say, okay, goodbye. I had lots of things on my table to do, and maybe one day I shut down my phone. I didn't answer. I said, okay, I'm not available just for one day. And I had this anxiety, that, oh my God, what if, lots of what ifs in my mind. But I don't know, maybe the love of being a teacher helped me to go through all this burning out process. After a day or two, I went back.
You're in charge. Okay, the last question, and I'll leave it for you like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay.
I'd like to tell about Iran, the people. I know how people think about countries where people live in some kind of instability. Because I'm Syrian, my wife is Ukrainian, you are from Iran. We always want to show people that our countries are not just, blood and destruction and bad things happening to people. We want to show the real beauty of our countries. So I'm giving you these 3 minutes to tell me whatever you want about Iran. Try to show the real beauty of Iran. And when I say Iran, it's the country, the land, the people, and everything. So these 3 minutes are yours to finish with.
Well, first of all, I start with this very famous phrase that come to Iran, Habibi, but not now. If you get this opportunity to travel to Iran, that would be and that will be your unforgettable trip in your whole life. It's not because it's my country. It's because of different reasons. The first of all, geographical location of Iran. You fly to Tehran right now at this moment, springtime. Now we're at the end of April. Okay, it's a springtime in Tehran. Okay, if you go to west of Iran right now, just within a 40-minute flight, you can ski. If you go to north of Tehran, I mean, Tehran is a city, but it is surrounded by mountain. If you go to one of the mountains, just 1 hour, just an hour, you go top to the mountain, okay, you can ski in one of the best ski resort in the world. If you take a flight to go south of Iran, you can enjoy the blue water of a Persian Gulf that now the whole world is
Hormuz,
fighting over
yeah.
Hormuz Strait. Okay, so it's because of the geographical things. The other thing is the people of Iran. My students in Germany, they always ask me about how are the people and what if we come to Iran. I would say, okay, if you go in, if you go to Iran and if you just stand in the middle of the street and say, okay, people, I don't have a place to stay tonight, or I haven't eaten for a day, you definitely receive many invitations to stay with them free of charge and take you to one of the best restaurants in town. They are the most hospitable people, I would say, in the whole world.
And I believe they deserve the best.
And this hospitality, unfortunately, spoils the tourist because tourists come to Iran to spend money, but instead of getting their money, we just give them what they want. They said, okay, it happened to us.
I understand
See,
it. Yeah,
that's funny.
yeah.
That is funny. And we keep to teaching people, hey, when you see a tourist, do not invite them for free food or free stay. You're here to spend their money. Just go as a regulation. Okay, this is a food, it costs this. This is the hotel or this is the place you can stay and it costs this. Why you're not letting tourists to spend money in Iran? That is funny, isn't it?
Funny and sad at the same time.
Yeah, it's a kind of vice versa.
Going against people's nature.
Yeah, that's people nature, especially, it's not good to say so, but especially if you look a foreigner, you look like a foreigner. I mean, I don't know, maybe blue eyes, a blonde hair.
I'm not, don't worry.
Something like that. I mean, when you look different from Iranian, you're most welcome.
Of course, I wish the best for the country.
But right now, what I want to add is that people of Iran are left behind. The whole nation is talking about, the whole world are talking about oil, the benefits, the political, shaking hands behind the stage. Nobody and no one is talking about people. This is my question. Where are people of Iran standing at this moment? Nowhere.
Well, it's the same question we asked to people when the Syrian people were being killed for 14 years, and the only thing the world cared about was how to stop the refugees. The same thing happened to Ukrainians who are being killed, and the world cares about protecting its borders against the Russians. The same with Iranians. It's okay if the Iranian people die as long as their oil keeps coming to our countries. So we are all
the victims of
exactly
politicians
exactly
and the blood money of oil.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for
You're welcome. That was an honor to have me.
The honor is mine. And I hope, we are meeting in the future, so maybe we can also have another one in the
I'm
future.
looking forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for the viewers, this podcast is always going to be into two versions: the video version and the audio version. For those who want just to listen, we're going to be on the Melta podcast channel and on my own channel. Thank you for watching, and see you later in another podcast.